What's going on, guys? They just announced the new survivor, Trevor Belmont, coming in the Castlevania chapter with the Dark Lord, basically a big vampire killer. But in this video, we're going to focus on the survivors, 3 new perks, and we're going to talk about my initial impressions and some obvious synergies with other perks that I'm already seeing. So a lot of these perks are very unique in a lot of ways and have a lot of cool things going for them. Are they overpowered and super strong? I don't think so, but I think a lot of them are going to actually be pretty fun. So the first new perk here is the Eyes of Belmont. Basically, when a generator is completed, you see the aura of the killer for 3 seconds at tier 3. Anytime the killer's aura is shown for a period of time, its duration is increased by 2 seconds. So basically, guys, Survivor got a Survivor version of Lethal Pursuer, and I'm all for this. So basically, anytime an aura reading perk activates, you'll see the aura for 2 seconds extra. And whenever a gen pops, you'll see the killer's aura for 3 seconds. So basically 5 seconds with the 2 seconds added on. So first thing I'm thinking is this already feels like a superior Dark Sense because it does way more than Dark Sense does. Yeah, Dark Sense gets 10 seconds, but also there's no like audio cue, so you don't really know when your Dark Sense goes off. So a lot of times it ends up going to waste. So this perk, off the get-go, amazing synergy with alert. Whenever the killer performs a break action, you see their aura for 5 seconds. Now it's going to be 7 seconds of seeing the killer after they do any break action, which is really bonkers, especially if you're in chase. You drop a pallet, the killer breaks the pallet. That's 7 seconds of you just being able to see where the killer's at and mind game the hell out of them. Another obvious perk that would go really well with this is Object of Obsession. That reveals the killer's aura to you and each other. Every 30 seconds, both of you guys can see each other's auras for 3 seconds. Object also activates whenever the killer does any aura reading perk on you and sees your aura by letting you see the killer's aura. But with Object of Obsession in this one, Eyes of Belmont, whenever a killer's aura reading perk would see you, you're going to see the killer too, but you'll see the killer for 2 seconds extra after their aura reading goes away just because you have the 2 seconds extra of this perk, which is honestly pretty awesome. A lot of little fun, cheeky builds I can see happening with this one. The next perk, Exultation. Stunning the killer with the pallet upgrades your held item's rarity to the next tier, then recharges 25% of the item's charges. The rarity is not kept at the end of the trial, so it goes back to whatever default item you had, and then this perk goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. So this is very unique. One, it's something new the game's ever had. You have a perk that could upgrade your item to the next tier. But the more notable thing is that it actually recharges your item's charges by 25%, which is really good. Now, stunning the killer isn't the easiest thing to do. There's a lot of killers you can't stun. The criteria for this perk, like this is another one of those perks that's just very cute when it happens, but it's not the easiest to do. My main thing with this, though, is like you're not going to bring like a crappy toolbox or a medkit into the trial just to upgrade. Like if you upgrade a medkit, it's no big deal. Like the better medkits aren't even really better than the crappy medkit. The flashlight, that one might be the best one. Bring some yellow flashlights and get a purple flashlight out of it. That would probably be the one that makes the most sense to me. The keys, really not going to be that important. The toolboxes, though. So this is what I actually don't like about this perk is that it upgrades your item, but the Commodious toolbox is technically a green rarity. It's not the rarest one. That would be like the Alex's or the Engineer's toolbox, which are actually worse than the Commodious. So I would like to bring this perk with me if I'm running like Built to Last, Streetwise, and like a toolbox loadout with the Commodious toolbox and a ton of charges. Just in the event that I am in chase and I do stun the killer, I get a bunch of my charges back. That would feel really good. But I don't want to upgrade my Commodious to an Engineer's toolbox or a Alex's toolbox or something crappier. So I don't really like that. It's a cool idea, but I would much rather prefer they just get rid of the bumping the item rarity thing and just give you like 33% or 40% of your item charge back instead. Just food for thought. Last perk, Moment of Glory. This perk activates when you open or rummage through 2 chests. When you become injured, you become broken, and then after 60 seconds, you'll heal 1 health state. Then this perk deactivates. They're really making a lot of these weird side quest chest perks lately, and I don't really like it because there's not really that many chests on the map anyways to begin with, and it just takes away from playing the actual game. Like doing things to get these perks to activate, like Hardened or Moment of Glory, waste so much time you could have spent progressing the game, and then the trade-off that you get for using these kinds of perks isn't really even worth it. It's just like you get to do something kind of cool in the game, but it's almost just like, what's the point? Like, just bring your own med kit, heal yourself in 24 seconds instead of just waiting a whole minute to heal. And the other thing about this is like, maybe after you get unhooked, you'll be broken for 60 seconds. Then you get a free heal after you got to go through 2 chests. Okay, that's cool. But if you're like in chase and then you get injured and then you immediately go broken, odds are you are not going to, I mean, you might be able to last another 60 seconds in chase, but that's going to be really hard for you to do. And then, I don't know, does that perk just deactivate at that point? It's an interesting perk. It's another weird way to heal yourself. Could go in nicely with some weird, cheeky little chest builds, but I mean, I don't see why you're even using those weird, cheeky little chest builds instead of just playing something much better or something more fun, you know? Because items at the end of the day, they're okay. Some of them are okay, but odds are the ones you're gonna get looting chests are probably not even gonna be that good. Anyways, guys, those are my opinions on the perks. What do you guys think about them? Leave a comment in the description below. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to smile. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.